Good day, everyone. Today we are making pita with cheese, or pita sirom, as we say in Serbia. Some people call it gibanica, which is a Serbian word, or burek, or mainly pita, or a pastry with cheese. Look at the smiley face. How cool is that? So I'm breaking 5 eggs into a bowl. Now I've got a smiley face with a third eye. So I beat the eggs. Very simple and very satisfying. This pita is like it's a meal within itself. Now we're going to get some cheese. This is just the local cheese, soft cheese from the local markets, which I love here. All the fresh produce is amazing. Some buttermilk, or we call it yogurt here, but it's a buttermilk. And just use up the whatever I had in that bottle. And now I'm adding some cottage cheese from the store, and I'm not measuring anything, I'm just going, but you can't make a mistake here, even if you didn't put any cheese in there, but I like to put, usually I use feta cheese for this, and but any type of white cheese you can sort of put in there and it'll be nice. And then my auntie discovered there's like a tablespoon of kaimak left. Now kaimak is a product of that's made with milk. It's like butter, but it's milkier and more creamy. So it's really yummy, and we can't get that in Australia, which is so annoying. If anybody tries to sell you kaimak in Australia, don't believe them, because we just can't afford to make it here. Like this product is made on farms with fresh milk, unpasteurized milk, and it's just like yummy. Now some mineral water is going in. That's going to help it rise. It just helps to give it the pastry nice air. And I'm adding some salt here. Usually if I'm using feta cheese, I don't add salt, but this cheese wasn't salty, so I'm adding some salt there. And this is lard, so I melted it down in the microwave. So it's just lard, which is pig's fat. You can use butter. I like to use lard. It just makes this pastry so authentic and yummy. So yeah, just spreading it around, and I'm going to be using my fingers here to just my hands get in there and give it a good spread around. And you don't want to use oil here because it'll stick. If you use animal fat, it won't stick. So some of that mineral water going into that fat. So if you had butter in there, melted butter, you can still use the mineral water. Mineral water just kind of dilutes it a little bit, and also like gives it some air. Now this is a bought pastry, and it's kind of dried up a little bit and crumbled up. So I managed to get a few like long pieces, or pieces in one piece, if just to line the bottom. And the overhanging bits, they're gonna be, you use them in the end to cover everything up, make it nice and tidy and lovely. So now just those little bits and pieces, I'm just gonna lay them down, just layer them down like that, and use the brush. This is just a silicone brush, just to sort of moisten it with that mixture of the melted fat and mineral water. And now I'm just going to get some of that filling and just spread it around. And normally if I had proper pastry in one piece, I would just keep going like this, but because I don't, I had to use a different technique. which you will see in a second. See how it's all kind of broken, and if you get pastry from the store and it dries up in your fridge, you can still use it. Don't throw it out. I mean, you can be creative and come up with some ideas. So don't throw it out. It's still usable. It's just dried up and it's crumbly. So as you can see, I'm trying to fill in all those dry bits in there. And then I decide that I'm just going to get a bunch of that and just dunk it into my batter here. So I'm sorry that I don't have a lot of room. This is a small kitchen, but it's a very functional kitchen. Like my auntie has 2 stoves and an induction cooker and all in this tiny kitchen, and not a lot of bench space. So see what I'm doing there? I'm soaking up that pastry, or the phyllo pastry there. I'm just soaking it up. Mind you, this phyllo pastry is not store-bought. This was bought at the markets from like local farmers and just like local ladies who make this pastry. So it's unbelievable the work that's put in making this. But this is like the tradition that Serbian people, you know, every household, every woman, maybe not the younger generations, but the older generations know how to make phyllo pastry. But we're lucky now that we don't have to do it. But you can't get pastry like this. And hopefully one day I will actually show you the pastry when it's like fresh and it's not dried up like this one. I'm just using it up. See how I'm breaking it up with my fingers, so I don't get the thick kind of areas. And I'm just going to show you what it looks like. See, I'm picking up all that batter, and it's so satisfying just using your hands. Just use your hands in cooking, guys. And then I'm going to plonk that on top and spread it around, and that is it. And you know, you can just eat this on its own with maybe coffee, if you like, in the morning. Or you can, because you've got eggs in, there's lots of eggs. You even put more eggs in it. I only put 5 eggs, and I could have comfortably put like 6 to 8 eggs in there and make it really nice and fluffy and rich. Makes a nice breakfast with coffee or some yogurt or buttermilk just to wash it down. It's really filling and satisfying. And yeah, just folding in those ends and making it nice and tidy. See how that's like paper? Don't worry about it at all. It's going to come out looking great. And then it goes into the oven, before I forget, on 180 degrees. You can put it up to about, when I'm at home, I put it on about 200 degrees on fan forced for about 40 minutes. But my auntie's oven is just so weird. Like, you put it on 100 degrees Celsius, that is, and it cooks it at 200 degrees. So yeah, I had to learn that. Now I'm just sprinkling some more of that mineral water, and it's going to go in a second. Just poking some holes just to make sure that the air and all the juices and everything is equally incorporated everywhere. And then I realized that I have some cheese left in that little plastic container, so I'm just washing it down with some of that mineral water and pouring that over it. Just don't waste anything. And it's cooked for about 50 minutes on whatever temperature that was, probably about to 190 degrees. Now I'm just gonna get it out onto the tray. The tray it's got crumbs on it because I've already done it and I forgot to press play, so then I have to do it again. That's why but listen to this. Whoa, yummy goodness. And that's it, guys. It looks and tastes great. I hope you try it, and I hope you like the video. Bye.